حد شاف مكة يا جماعة؟
Themselves is Bassem Youssef. He's a heart surgeon turned talk show host and has been described as the Jon Stewart of the Nile. His programme emerged on the internet just last year in the wake of the uprising and became popular, if not controversial, for its satirical take on Egyptian politics and state-run media. He joined me here in the studio a little earlier to talk about this upcoming election. This is what he said. Bassem, you're a satirist, a political satirist. Just how seriously are you taking these elections?
I am taking these elections extremely, extremely serious because, you know, when you drive into the streets of Cairo right now, you look at the billboards, which, by the way, crazy. They're everywhere. Instead of seeing all the ads for the fizzy drinks and for the telecommunications and for the food products, now you see presidential candidates. You open up the TV, it's like ads, really, really intense, very well made, expensive TV ads for each candidate. It is so dynamic. It is amazing. For the first time, maybe in our known history, like recent history, we don't know who's the next president of Egypt, and that alone is interesting. And
there are a number of candidates here, and we are yet to find out who will have won this presidency. You've done impressions of these candidates quite convincingly, at least in appearance. Who is or are the easiest targets?
Well, there's always Dr. Barare, because he has this very special way of speaking, and there's of course the religious candidate who's not there anymore, Abu Ismail. There's Amr Musa, who's still there, because like he babbles around and he talks a lot. He's like big words, but you don't get anything of what he says.
Making fun of politicians, of course, has been virtually taboo in Egypt. Yeah. Are they now getting the joke, do you think?
Honestly, I don't care. Well, they have to live with it. They actually have to live with the fact that they're coming in as an employee, not as a pharaoh, not as a king. And they actually have to live with people making fun of, even if they are the best presidents in the world. Because, you know, people, when speaking about politicians, we're not going to say how good you are. It's too dull. We're just going to pinpoint the really funny stuff.
Why do you think this show, or a show like yours, is resonating so much with the Egyptian audience in 2012?
Well, you know, satire and sarcasm is a part of our culture, but we have a saying that, like, oh, I love you when you make fun of other people, but not me. So now I'm actually like doing it to everybody, including myself, and I'm just speaking as everybody speaks. It's a serious political show, not a comedy, and I go in and I'm straightforward, and I speak exactly the same words that a normal layman, people on the street do, and I come from the internet. So we're quick, we're hip, we're like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and there's a lot of competition there. So we have to really keep up with our game.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Given the choice, who would you like to see running Egypt going forward?
I don't know. I'm between choosing the best person. And the best person to make fun of. So I don't know. I mean, you know, remember like George W. Bush when he was there? I mean, like for 8 years, SNL and Jon Stewart had the time of their lives with that. You know, like it's like with Al Gore, I don't know. I think that most of these shows would have closed down.